Today I'm going to be ranking every single Fortnite Mythic from goated all the way to trash. Also, make sure to let me know in the comments down below what you'd change on this list if you agree with me or disagree with me. So starting off, we have Chapter 1. The first ever Mythic in Fortnite Battle Royale was the Infinity Blade. Now, the Infinity Blade was so overpowered. You guys probably remember it from this clip.
Sing, 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 sing.
Also, yes, I know there was the Infinity Gauntlet before the Infinity Blade, but I'm not going to be counting any Mythics that were just limited time game modes. So with the Infinity Blade, it was really overpowered. It was not fun when you're going up against it. So I'm going to put it in the okay category just because of how annoying it is to go up against it. But when you're using it, it's definitely goated. Now next we have the Batman's grapple gun. Now I never used this one heaps, but it was okay. I might put this one in the mid tier though. Now next up we have Batman's explosive batarang. So it is from Chapter 1 Season X as well as the grapple gun, but in my opinion it was not that good, so I'm going to put it in the trash category. Now next, coming in Chapter 2 Season 1, we have the Mythic Goldfish. The Mythic Goldfish, when you throw it at an opponent, it does 200 damage. This was removed in Chapter 3 though, which I'm not too sure why, but it had a really low spawn rate. Just because of how rare it was and how good it is, I'm going to be putting it in the fire category. Next up, we have the First Order Blast Rifle. This came in with the first ever Star Wars collab in Chapter 2, so it's just a blast rifle. I did not really like this one. This one's going to be going in the trash category. Alongside with the First Order Blaster Rifle, we had the first ever generation of the lightsabers. So the lightsabers, they were decent. So I'm going to put them in the okay category. I do not think they were as good as the Mythic Goldfish though. Next up, we have Sky's AR. Do I really have to talk about Sky's AR? Sky's AR is probably one of my favorite weapons in the game. Then alongside with Sky's AR, Sky's Grappler, they're both definitely goated. That combo with a gold pump, that's the best combo in the game. Then next up, we have Midas's drum gun. Now Midas's drum gun, it was really good back in the day, but I don't think it was as good as Sky's Scar, so I'm going to put that in the fire category. Next up, we have TNT in his bow. TNT in his bow was so good to use. I remember getting so many good shots with this. I think this one's going to be fire as well. Then we have Brutus's minigun. I think Brutus's minigun has to be goated. That minigun was so overpowered. Then we have Muselk's pew pew rifle. Another one that I really enjoyed using, as it does hit such good shots, so I'm going to be putting this one in the fire category, as I do not think it was as good as Sky Scar, but it was still really good. Then next up, we had Deadpool's dual hand cannons. Now Deadpool's dual hand cannons, I did not really like them, but I do not think that they deserve to be in the trash category, so I'm going to be putting them in the mid category. Moving on, we had the first ever Mythic Burst with Ocean's Burst. I really liked using this one. It hit so many good shots. I think I'm going to be putting this one all the way up in the goated category. Now next up, we have Ocean's Chug Jug. It did take so long to use, but it was an infinite chug jug, so I'm going to be putting this one in the okay category just because of how long it took to use. Now Meowscrew's Charge Shotgun, that is such an OP shotgun. I'm not sure if I would choose it over a gold pump though, but for a mythic, it is definitely goated. Then we have Meowscrew's Shockwave Launcher, which that's going straight up into the goated category as well. It seems like whenever they make such good weapons, they put them both at the exact same boss. We had Sky and now Meowscrew's. But anyway, moving on to Jules Glider Grappler. I think this one's okay, as it does force you to be redeploying every time that you use it, which can get a bit annoying. Alongside Jules Glider Gun, we have Jules Drum Gun, which Jules Drum Gun is like Midas's Drum Gun, just a little bit worse. So I'm going to be putting that in the mid category, as I just didn't really like the feel of it. Then we have Shadow Midas's Drum Gun, which same with Jules Drum Gun, I'm going to be putting that in the mid category. Now next up, we have the Witch Broom. I really love this one. This one is definitely going to be in the goated category for me. It was so good for movement. Now next up, we have the Amband Sniper. I don't really like this one. I'm going to be putting it in the trash category. Along with Mando's Jetpack, I'm really going to be putting this one in the trash category as well. Actually, I might be a bit generous and put it in the mid category. It wasn't fully trash, but it wasn't the best either. Now the Predator Cloak device, this turned you invisible for a little bit, just like how the Cloak Gauntlets do. This wasn't in the game for too long, but I'm going to be putting this in the okay category only because we barely had time to use it. Next up, we have the Spyro Assassin Primal. Primal weapons, I hate the primal weapons. That's going straight in the trash category. Raz's Bow. Now Raz's Bow, it was not as good as TNT in his bow. I might put this one in the okay category. TNT in his bow did feel way better to use. I'm not sure if they debuffed it. I think TNT in his bow was stronger. The next up, we have the Recycler.
Take the sub!
It is pretty mid, but I'm going to be putting it in the trash category. Then we have the Spire Jump Boots. So the Spire Jump Boots, when you jump 3 times, it gives you the glider redeploy effect. And I'm pretty sure when you jump 2 times, it makes you double jump. which is pretty cool. And they protect you from fall damage. Another mythic that I didn't really use, but they were pretty fire. So I'm going to put them in the fire category. Then we have Zig and Chopper's ray gun. Now Zig and Chopper's ray gun, I honestly did not really like this one too much. It was okay though, but I might be putting it in the mid category for this video. Now next up we have Sloan's pulse rifle. I know lots of people love this mythic, but to be honest, I don't know. I'm going to be putting this one in the okay category. For me, I just didn't really get the appeal during the season. Now we have the sideways minigun. I'm honestly not a fan of any of the sideways weapons. I just felt like they were trash and did barely any damage. So I'm going to put the sideways minigun in the mid category. Then we have the sideways rifle. I'm going to be putting that in the trash category, as I did not really like the sideways guns. And the sideways scythe, I'm going to be putting that in the mid category as well, as I don't know, I did not find the appeal with those weapons. Now next up we have the best chapter 3 loot pool in my opinion, the Foundation MK7. That's definitely got to be goated. The first ever first person scopable AR as a mythic, alongside it as well with the Spider-Man mythic. Two goated ones in my opinion. The Spider-Man mythics are probably one of my favorite ones in the whole game. Then we have Gunner's SMG, which was insane when you sprayed with it, but it did have really bad recoil. So instead of the goated category, I'm going to put this one in the fire category. Moving on, we have Sloan's Burst. I did not like this one as much as Ocean's Burst. They were both pretty much the same, just Sloan's Burst had the first person scoping ability, which was okay to hit shots, but I honestly don't really like the scopes too much when they're like that. I preferred the Mark 7 scope over it, so I'm going to be putting this one in the fire category, as it was still a really good weapon. It just was not as good as the Ocean Burst. Then we have the Huntmaster Saber's thermal rifle. Honestly, I don't really like thermal rifles, but I don't think this one deserves to be in the trash category, so we're going to be putting it in the mid category. Next up, we have the Hammer Assault Rifle. This assault rifle was really good. I love hitting shots with it. It just feels so clean to use, so I'm going to be putting this one in the goated category. Next up, we have the 2-shot shotgun. Honestly, wasn't really a fan of it, but it does not deserve to be in the trash spot in my opinion, so that's another mid. Then next, the rapid fire SMG. Same as Gunner's SMG. This one was really good when you just up close spraying. I'm pretty sure this one had way less recoil than Gunner's SMG though, so that one's going to be going in the fire category. Moving on, we have the Cobra DMR. Now the Cobra DMR I did not really like. The normal DMRs were okay, but the Cobra DMR, it just, I don't know, I did not really see the appeal in it, so I'm probably going to be putting this one in the trash category. Now next up, we have the Kamehameha. The Kamehameha was kind of overpowered, but it is really easy to get sprayed out the sky with it, just like the new Zeus's lightning bolt. So I'm going to be putting this one in the okay category. Now the Nimbus Cloud. It's pretty much the broomstick, just with a reskins, so this one's definitely going in the goated category. Next up, we have the Evo Chrome weapons, which I was not a fan of at all. First up, we have the Evo Chrome burst rifle. Honestly, that was pretty mid. The Evo Chrome shotgun, I think the Evo Chrome shotgun's going to be going in the mid category. We'll put the burst rifle in the trash one. Then we had the Herald's burst rifle, which another one, I'm just going to say this one was pretty trash as well. Next up, we have Inquisitor's suppressed SMG. So pretty much just the suppressed SMG, just it was mythic. So this one's definitely a fire category. I love the vibe with this one. It does bring me back to the chapter 1 aesthetic. Now next up, we have the Ageless Champion Excalibur rifle. Honestly, I do not really like the Excalibur rifles. I don't think it was too mid though. I'm on the edge of putting it in the okay and mid categories, so I'm just going to put it in the mid category. Now the Shockwave Hammer. This one has definitely got to be in the goated category. The Shockwave Hammer was so fun to use, and it was just so good for mobility in general. Next up, we have the Deku Smash. Again, pretty much the same as the Kamehameha, so I'm going to be putting this next to it in the okay category. It's just okay at best. Then we have the Havoc Suppressed Rifle. Honestly, it wasn't too trash, but I do not think it should be in the okay category, so we're going to be putting that one in the mid category. Next up, the Havoc Shotgun. Since the Gold Pump nerf, the Havoc Shotgun has been the best shotgun in the game, as it does 200 headshot damage, so this one's definitely going in the goated category. Then we have the Overclock Pulse Rifle. Now the Overclock Pulse Rifle was pretty similar to the other Pulse Rifle, but this one only shot 2 shots at a time, so I think I'm going to be putting this one in the mid category, as the other one I put in the okay category. I think this one was just a little bit worse. Now the ODM gear. To be honest, I did not really like how big it was, so you guys will probably hate on me for this. I'm going to be putting it in the fire category. It was really good to use, it felt way too big in my opinion, but I know there's lots of fans around it. I did love using it though. Now next up, we have the Thunder Spears. Thunder Spears I didn't really use too much, so they're going straight into the trash category. Now we have the Enchanted Drum Shotgun. So I never really liked the drum shotgun in the first place. The Enchanted Drum Shotgun, that's gonna have to go in the mid category. Next up, the Flapjack Rifle. Again, I'm gonna be putting this one in the mid category. I just did not really like it. Then we had had the MK Alpha assault rifle. I really did not like this one. This was way different to the Foundation's MK. This one's going straight down to the trash category, as I really did not like that one. Next up, we have the Cloak Gauntlets. I think I'm going to be putting them in the mid category. They were okay to use. You did have a slight outline which people could see you running around with anyway, so they weren't too overpowered, and they did have delay after you turn them off, so I think they're pretty mid in my opinion. Now with chapter 5, we have Peter's shotgun. That's definitely going in the goated category. It was not as good as the Havoc shotgun, but in my opinion it was still a really good shotgun. Then we have Oscar's Frenzy auto shotgun. It's hard to debate which one's better, Peter's shotgun or Oscar's Frenzy auto shotgun. Let me know if you guys saw both of these on the floor. Which one would you rather pick up? I think I definitely like Peter's shotgun better, but I'm going to be putting this one in the goated category as well. Then we have Valeria's Hyper SMG. Honestly, this one, it was pretty good, but it was definitely not a go-to, so I'm going to be putting this one in the okay category. Then we have Nisha's Striker AR. I really enjoyed using this one. This one was pretty good. So Nisha's Striker is definitely going to be going in the goated category. Then we have Montang's Enforcer AR. Just like the Valeria SMG, I honestly did not really care about this one too much. If I did come across it and I didn't have Nisha's Striker, I would use it though, so I think this one's going to be going in the okay category. Next up, we have Ares Warforged Assault Rifle. This one's okay, but I'd prefer Ranger AR over this any day, so I'm going to be putting the Ares Warforged AR in the mid category. Next up, we have Zeus's Huntress DMR. I honestly do not really like this one too much. I don't really like the brand new DMRs, so this one's going in the trash category. Then we have Hate Harbinger SMG. Again, with the Harbinger SMGs, I'm not sure why I do not like any of the new weapons this season, even the mythic versions, but this one's going to be going in the mid category. Then we have the Chains of Hades. Again, another mythic from this season I really do not like that much, so it's going in the trash category. Then we have Cerberus Gatekeeper Shotgun. Now this definitely does not deserve to be in the mid category, but I do not think it deserves to be in the fire category. I'd definitely take a gold pump over this, so I'm going to be putting this one in the okay category. Next up, we have Zeus's Thunderbolt. This one's pretty overpowered, but it is really easy to get shot out of the air while you're using it. So just like the Kamehameha and the Deku Smash, I'm going to be putting the Zeus's Thunderbolts in the okay category. Now lastly, we have Midas's Drum Gun. Midas's Drum Gun, this is the new Midas's Drum Gun, which has the scope on it. I do not think it's as good as the old drum gun, so I'm going to be putting this one in the okay category, as I do think it is better than Jules' drum gun, but it is not better than the OG Midas drum gun. Alright, so I think that's my tier list completely done. I've looked over it, rechecked everything, and I don't think I will be changing anything. So let me know, what would you guys change on this tier list? Let me know in the comments down below if you guys agree or disagree with my tier list. If you enjoyed, then make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.